What's going on, you guys? Pet Platypus here, and it's time to talk about Krillin from Dragon Ball. Once again, another installment of the Talking About Characters series, I guess. I don't know. Just roll the intro, let's get started. You guys are currently watching a speed drawing of Peridot from Steven Universe in my own art style. I actually had this recorded for a while, and I just thought, hey, you know, I might as well use it for this discussion, because it's not Dragon Ball, but hey, Peridot's another short character that has self-doubt issues and comes into situations with a cocky demeanor despite having insecurities, so some similar elements to Krillin, so why the fuck not? But anyways, we're here to talk about Krillin, and a lot of the reason why I'm talking about Krillin right now stems from the masterful character development we got from him in episode 76. Well, 75 and 76 combined. It was a fantastic two-parter for Krillin as a character, not just developing his character arc that he's had established in Super, but also pulling from situations in the original manga. It was just really great character development that built off of the character throughout the entire franchise. It was just fantastic. And Krillin is a character that gets a bad rap in the Dragon Ball community. There's, the joke that goes around that Krillin's useless, or he dies all the time, and yeah, he does die a lot, and he's not always useful in a fight, but I feel like he really does get the short end of the stick, and he's not appreciated as much as he should be, because he's really not brought up in the characters that have really good character development category. Vegeta always is, maybe you'll hear Piccolo, but most fans will really only mention those two. Even though Krillin is a character who, without even going too in-depth with it, just at face value, is a character who comes in as a cocky little shit who will, cheat and kind of be a dick to Goku, and he's a little perv, and he grows more humble. As he grows stronger, he grows a friendship with Goku, a very close friendship, and by the end of the day, he becomes a much more humble person, and he's much more open about his self-doubt and things like that, and getting into that stuff's already going to start to get into his character depth, and he is a deep character. I mean, that's just... Krillin is the everyman of Dragon Ball. There's other humans like Yamcha and Tien, but Yamcha's, he's tall, the long hair, at least usually he has the long hair, scars on the face. I mean, he's kind of an everyman, but not so much. And then Tien is obviously very noble and heroic, and he's much more romanticized and anime-esque, whereas Krillin really is the guy to react very realistically to a lot of situations. I was recently watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they're looking for Dr. Gero's lab, and Krillin's the only character who points out how fucking cold it is in the mountains. That's the kind of character Krillin is, and I don't know if that scene was filler or not. I have to check the manga. Yeah, it's in there, I checked. It's not as exaggerated as in the anime with him being like a frozen block all cartoony, but yeah, it's there. But yeah, that's my point, is that Krillin really is the everyman, and a lot of his deaths aren't, the noble sacrifice that, everyone else has. Or not everyone else, but still, most of the characters have that noble sacrifice. And yeah, Krillin being the everyman character is why I like him so much. I mean, he just has a good personality, a good character design, he's an endearing character, and he does have fantastic character development. He's probably one of my favorite side characters. I don't know if he's like a major character, but not like the main character, so I'm going to call him a side character. But yeah, I really do find it annoying how much the fans of the series really downplay him, not in terms of power scaling, because obviously he is weak compared to everyone else, but just how much they downplay him in the sense of just like, oh, Krillin's useless, oh, just make fun of Krillin, he's a joke, and it's like, no, he's a really good character who has really good character development. He develops from the beginning of the series where he does have this cocky exterior, but once he actually starts fighting people from his Orin Temple, where he came from, these people who made fun of him all the time, you could say, abused him in a sense, maybe not physically, we don't know the full extent because we don't know the full backstory, but he's bullied by these people, weaker than these people, and he has no confidence in fighting them. Even after training with Master Roshi, he still says, I'm probably not going to be able to do anything, and he beats him easily. And it does boost his confidence, but self-doubt is something you're going to deal with throughout your entire life, and that's what Dragon Ball Super handled so masterfully in episode 76. But this isn't another review of episode 76, it's just a great episode for Krillin's character development. So yeah, so throughout the series, you see him dealing with this stuff, and he still goes into fights cocky, and there are some fights he really thinks he can win, like when he fights like the vampire dude at Fortune Teller Baba's place. He's really cocky going into that fight, and he loses, which definitely does not help his self-doubt at all, because he was so confident going into that fight, and then he lost. But no, as the series goes on, he becomes more humble, and he becomes more open about his weakness, and it's just a really, really cool character. He's just a really good, well-rounded character, and he should be mentioned when people are mentioning really well-developed Dragon Ball characters. Even not even counting episode 75 and 76 of Super, he should just be considered one of the best developed characters in the series, and he's not. He's considered a joke by the fans, and that's really annoying because he is such a good character. Yamcha, yeah, you can consider Yamcha a joke. Does he have some character development? Yes. Is he a bad character? No. And he can be fun. And he has a good design and some cool moves like the Wolfang Fist and the... I forget what the Japanese name is, but it's called Spirit Ball in the dub. I doubt that's a proper translation because Spirit Ball is Genki Dama, but... Yeah, and his move starts with an S, but whatever, I'm fucking digressing. But Yamcha, you can consider him a joke. He gets his ass kicked a lot. He doesn't have as strong a character development as Krillin. And even the show itself has made fun of Yamcha in Dragon Ball Super episode 70. I believe it was 70, the hilarious baseball game, another one of Super's best episodes. But Krillin, no. Krillin in this recent episode was handled really well, and of course, the episode is, of course, going over people's heads. I don't know how many people are underappreciating the value of the recent episode, but I do have one little comment thread that I can use to... I'll go into that in just a second, but let's talk about Krillin's PTSD for a second, because I know there's people who think he doesn't have PTSD, Dragon Ball wouldn't do that, and no, you're not correct. Dragon Ball is doing that. That's clearly what's happening with Krillin. He sees Frieza, he freezes up, no pun intended. Or maybe a little bit of a pun, fuck it, I don't know. But he freezes up, and he needs to be talked to, and it's like I said in my review, yes, Roshi did encourage him in that moment, but fear like that, it's gonna stay, it's not just gonna go away because you got that one pep talk that one time to get through it. So he deals with it again. He sees Frieza, he sees Nappa, Deborah, Cell, all these people. Cell, kicked him once and he was almost dead. All these characters have just completely slaughtered him in the past. Not slaughtered him, well... In the case of Frieza, yeah, he's fucking slaughtered him. But, these characters just completely wrecked him, and he's scared. And I like how they handle it. I mean, it could still come up again. There's totally a chance if he had to fight someone from Frieza's race or something, like Frost or something like that, maybe it would come back. But it's really cool to see the character develop once again and, really... face his old self and surpass himself, and I love the development he got in that episode. Again, I'm not trying to just review that episode, but Krillin's such a well-developed character, so I really do think it's annoying when people don't understand his character and they just say, oh, useless Krillin, or comic relief Krillin, or whatever the fuck. No, he has elements of that, but not, he's still a really good character, and he definitely plays more of a role in the series than people... yeah, Boo Saga, no, not so much. But in terms of the Android Saga, everything is hinging on him pressing that button and his development with Android 18 and the romance he has for her, even if it's one-sided. It's another really good moment for the character, not because he makes a good decision. He could have destroyed her and saved the world right then and there, but he was thinking with his dick. And you can give him flack for that, but I feel like that is just a character flaw that helps make him more three-dimensional and more realistic, and Krillin is the most realistic of all the Dragon Ball characters. So, yeah, he's a really well-written character. He's absolutely fantastic. He's one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters, easily my favorite human character in the Dragon Ball series, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the new arc. I hope he does not get shafted. So, let's talk about that little comment thread. So one person writes, and this is about episode 76, they write, and this is supposed to be, from the perspective of Toei talking, look, Krillin is useful now, he even saved Goku, that makes him totally relevant in the story again, this is what you wanted, isn't it? He beat some ghost thingies, and a forced rescue Goku setup that had no stakes whatsoever, Krillin is back in action, and it's like, okay, thanks. No. I'm not going to call you stupid, I'm not going to call you an idiot, I'm not going to say any of that, but very close-minded on what the episode was actually about. It flew right over your head. It was not about making Krillin useful again. It was not about having any real peril. It wasn't about, like, oh, he had to save Goku, that makes him relevant to the story. No. It was character development. Goku's a god. Like I said in my review, he could blow up the entire fucking island. The planet, really. I mean, but the island, you know, he can blow up the island in, like, a nanosecond. But that's not what it was about. It was mental training, for Krillin especially, and also, you know, Goku, he participated, but it was mainly for Krillin. And it was character development, not peril, not making him useful again. It was about turning him back into a martial artist in a realistic and organic way. It was about him facing his inner demons. It was that stuff. It was not about, you know, making him useful again in combat. That's a very shallow way to look at it. And since I knew I was going to make this video, and I knew that I was going to use this comment, I decided to reply. I said basically that's the same kind of stuff, so I'm not going to really go into that. But I just explained that it's about his self-doubt, his PTSD, his family, a lot of aspects to his character, that it was, you know, was really well developed. And then someone else said, when you look at all of Super and what has happened, this isn't a dime in the pool. I've never heard that before, but alright, it's nothing, and that's what's sad part about, because Toei doesn't understand that the levels they shoved into this show now. Goku is actually a god and is now fighting time travelers and people/gods from different universes. This is honestly nothing. If they had these fillers a long time ago for a more meaningful moment that didn't get outshined by actual gods, then yes, it would be good. But when you look at the whole picture and understand the scale of this and what's set up, blah, blah, so he's basically saying, again, the same thing the other dude said, the scale is not there, and that's not what it's about. You're missing what it's about. It's not about Krillin being useful. It's not about Krillin saving Goku from some peril that Goku can't get out of himself. I mean, Goku he totally fucking forgot that Nimbus will just regenerate. I mean, unless him busting out of that thing completely disintegrates Nimbus beyond fucking repair, but Nimbus can reform. He's a cloud. Goku just forgot, so obviously Goku was not in any real peril. That's just not what it was about, and it flew over at least these two people's heads, and I'm sure a lot of other people. And this is why I wish I had a bigger audience, not just because, like, oh, subscriber count, but because there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to Dragon Ball, and I really wish I had the audience to back up, you know, making these videos and, like, really informing people. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm still going to make it because it's fun to talk about. And, yeah, it was just a really great episode, episode 76, for a really great character who definitely deserves a lot more respect from Dragon Ball fans than he gets. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Krillin's a fantastic character. I can't wait to see what he's going to do in the Universe Survival arc. I hope he's handled really well there. Krillin, you know, he doesn't have a lot of wins, so, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Even if he doesn't win any fights, though, just giving him, you know, redeeming moments and good standout scenes, that would be really cool. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Krillin. But that's all I have to say. What do you guys think about Krillin as a character? Go ahead and tell me in the comments section below. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.